Everybody listen. Yeah. It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Jordan Fisher's here with me today.
What's good?
And were you up late last night because your special came out on YouTube,
I
Bits and
was
Pieces?
up late celebrating, watching, live chatting in the chat with everybody that was watching the premiere. It was great.
Did you pop a bottle of something?
I did. Yeah. We had some champagne. It was nice. We celebrated right. Had some ramen, a little ordered in
Champagne
and all that kind of
ramen.
stuff. That's all right. A little
classy.
Little bougie moment. Celebrate.
I just want to say, I just met Wayne Brady in the hall. That was amazing.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to Wayne Brady. Also, shout out to Karen Dupiche, his makeup artist, who I met in the hallway also. You never know who you're going to run into up here.
Never. The hallways are always popping.
And he was like dressed to the nines.
Really?
So I was like, okay, hat, shoes, everything.
Hey, Wayne's always sharp, man.
All right, well, it is a Wealth Wednesday. So, are you on LinkedIn?
No, I'm not actually on LinkedIn. As a comedian, I'm just on the gram, baby. That's it.
You need to get on there. Well, Kory Kantenga is going to be joining us. He's the head of economics for LinkedIn. I want to say that when I first joined LinkedIn and started for real posting on there, I did get a lot of traction from things.
Oh, word.
Especially for my coffee company. That's how we actually ended up in Whole Foods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just from being on LinkedIn.
Just on LinkedIn. All right. I got to make some changes in my life. I got to get some bookings through LinkedIn.
I'm not even playing, but he's going to be joining us today. And when we come back, we're going to shine a light. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Let us know who you would like to spread some love to and shine a light on. It's Way Up.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with Jordan Fisher, and I'm so excited for this shining light.
Yeah?
Yeah, because this actually really aligned with something we just talked about. But today I want to shine a light on Javaris Hollingsworth and Arlene Gordon Hollingsworth. Now, they are both university professors, and during the pandemic, they were juggling working virtually and parenting from home. This was the early days of COVID, and she's a licensed clinical psychologist. Her husband was teaching classes remotely while helping their young children navigate online learning, and that's when they came up with Gracie's Corner. Now, I don't know if you've seen this cartoon, but basically it's an animated sing-along series that reimagines nursery rhymes while blending literacy, math, science, and social emotional lessons with music inspired by hip-hop, R&B, and other contemporary sounds.
Oh, wow.
So their daughter Grayson and her family is who inspired this, and it provides educational content children can enjoy, but parents also enjoy not hearing something repeatedly because it's fun.
That's right, yeah.
Well, guess what? Disney announced that they acquired the global streaming rights to that preschool series, and they're going to be also developing new original content. Their daughter Grace, who's 13, was really ecstatic when she learned that Disney would become part of the show's next chapter. But I also want to point out that the father, Javaris Hollingsworth, recalled receiving a LinkedIn message several years ago from a Disney exec expressing interest in the series, and that's how it all started.
Man.
He said he thought it was a prank.
I got to get on my LinkedIn game.
On this Wealth Wednesday, we are going to be talking about LinkedIn. But Frankie, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine the light on myself, I've been in the streets my whole life. Now I done turned it around. I ain't have to go to prison to do it. I've been working for almost 2 years now.
He got away with it.
That's right. Shout out to you, Frankie. What kind of work you doing, bro?
I work with people with dementia.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's important work.
That's important work.
I be making these people day every day, man. Every day.
That's great, man. Make them remember you.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate it, too. What you say, Yee?
I was going to ask you, what made you decide that you had to turn your life around?
Just because, my kids need me, you know what I'm saying? I was getting some fast money, but I just be saying, my kids, they need me, and time is more than money.
Okay, let's make a difference. I love it. All right, well, thank you so much.
My bills paid, though. My job pay all my bills. I'm good. I got a nice car. My girl, we good. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm cool.
All right.
Legal hustle. We love it.
He started setting up his Hinge profile with all that. Hey, man, you keep making a good example for those kids, bro. We proud of you.
Yes, I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.
All right, take care. I bet he's on LinkedIn.
I bet he is.
And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. Do you have a friend that you could call and ask for $2 million to get wired to your account and they'll say yes?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, we'll tell you about this prank, and somebody passed this friendship test with flying colors. It's Way Up.
Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. is Yee T.
Way up.
Yo, it's Way Up at Angela Yee. Jordan Fisher's here with me today.
What's good?
And let's get into this Yee T. So, J Balvin was talking to Elle magazine, and one thing they do is they do this friendship test. And so they wanted him to call someone and see if that person would lend them money. Well, he called Jimmy Butler, and here's what happened.
I'm in trouble. I need you.
What's up?
Bro, I'm so dumb. Yesterday, I bought a $2 million chain, but Valentina didn't know. You know, we have like an account together.
Yeah.
And I lost it. So, bro, just help me, bro. At least help me with a wire, and I'll pay you tonight.
You need two?
Yeah.
Just send me your wires. I'll get the job.
Okay. I love you because it was a lie, but you just passed the test.
$2 million is insane. So he said he bought this chain, lost it, and his wife her name is Valentina. She would have seen the money missing from the account.
Oh, yeah, dog. You wouldn't have got that money from me.
Well, I don't have it.
I don't have it. You would have heard the person you called, this line is temporarily disconnected.
On our level, if somebody was like a friend, not a family member, was like $2,000.
$2,000 for the right friend, yeah, I'll come through. But $2 million, man, we all gonna be homeless.
That was a lot. And the fact that he was like, all right, but you know what? He did say, I'll give you back the cash, and he probably figured he's good for it. So it's not like, you know.
Yeah, you see somebody get a max contract, you'd be like, you got it.
You got this. All right, now August Alsina is calling out Young Thug because Young Thug had made some comments in the past about turning gay. Here's what he said.
Once you rap or once you turn gay, and I don't got nothing against gay people. It's gay people that work for me. But if I meet you and you gay, it's like, okay. If I meet you and you portraying that you a man and you not gay, I don't got nothing against gay people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If you portraying a certain thing,
you deceiving.
Right. I can't look at you the same.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you for being gay, so what?
First of all, how do you equate being a rat to coming out?
For real. And then also the amount of times like, oh, I don't have nothing against gay people, but here's my thing against gay people.
It's crazy. But anyway, here's what August Alsina had to say about Young Thug's past comments.
It's very strange to me when got all type of going on in the world, in their life, and gay be the conversation. Nothing keep the black community in a chokehold with a conversation like the gay conversation.
Yeah, I mean, and I think for August, think about how, like, he ended up coming out and he has a boyfriend. He seems very happy in his situation. He's been through a lot, but I don't know necessarily that, like, sometimes people are not wanting to come out because of how society might view it. We were talking about this the other day.
Yeah. People, you know, they live their own lifestyles. They come out in their own time, I guess. You know, it's your life. Like, who cares? Live your life. Whatever makes you happy. If you want to be with, you know, if you want to be in an entanglement or you want to be out of the closet, it's up to you, August.
I mean, imagine being a huge executive and you don't want, there's people who still are going to be having issues with that.
Right.
Or if you're in the public eye, you could lose some fans.
Legit. Yeah, some people feel a type of way. So, you know, sometimes you act accordingly to how your bag is looking.
Why am I trying to explain this to Young Thug right now?
I don't know, man.
Well, anyway, when we come back, we have About Last Night. We'll discuss what we did last night. I know you had a night, so I definitely want to hear about your premiere on YouTube, Bits and Pieces, last night. I feel like we should celebrate up here today some more.
Oh, I'm down. Where the champagne at?
I was thinking tequila.
Okay. All
right, it's Way Up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and Jordan Fisher here.
What's up?
Now, before we get into your About Last Night, I just want to talk about my day yesterday. When I left here, I actually had a dentist appointment.
Okay.
Because I had like a little something on the side of my mouth, and I could tell there was something wrong. It doesn't hurt, but it was like a little cyst or something. So it turns out, because you know me, I'm always going to look on ChatGPT first to see like what's wrong with me. So there were all kinds of things. None of them were good. It could be an abscess. It could be like a infection from
you start panicking. You're like, oh, it could be anything.
But the main thing, it was like, go take care of it right away. And when it comes to my teeth, I'm telling you, anything that happens, you got to take care of it. The reason I have a root canal there is because I didn't take care of it. And so shout out to Dr. Rubenstein. He was like, please come in. Like, they fit me in the schedule, so I left to go there yesterday. Got these x-rays done. So they just want to make sure it doesn't turn into something worse. So I might have to get a... he just wants to make sure this root canal isn't like...
Gotta spread it.
It's old though. It's an old one. It's from like 15 years ago.
Don't
so
come in here with no Dame Dash teeth.
My breath does not stink, so I know that much. Now, so that was my not as fun as your night.
Yo, my night was great, man. My special Bits and Pieces premiered on YouTube last night. We were all watching and chatting while we were watching, live. Yeah, and it's great, man. If you haven't watched the special yet, if you didn't get to tune in to the premiere last night, it's up on YouTube right now. You can pull it up. Jordan Fisher Bits and Pieces. We were drinking champagne and eating food, watching the special. It was a dream come true, Angela.
Well, I'm taking a look at this. Okay, you hit your first self-produced hour-long comedy special.
That's right.
Letting people know that you are from the South, but you live in New York.
That's right. North Carolina originally, but now in New York. I've been here 10 years, so I got that New York on me, but I still keep my Southern roots.
I love the summary. It says from crackheads to people that just want to be left alone.
That's all in New York.
I had to show you the Crackheads Gone Wild series that used to be.
That was so crazy. People,
New York, baby.
Before there was TikTok, it was DVDs.
Well, let's toast to you because I didn't get to celebrate because I was out last night. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bits and Pieces. You can now watch it. It's available, the full comedy special on YouTube. Jordan Fisher. And when we come back, tell us a secret. It could make it into the next special.
Ooh.
800-292-5150. This is a no judgment zone. Call us up and tell us a secret. That's 800-292-5150. Don't forget you are anonymous. It's way up.
Yo.
Way up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Jordan Fisher is back.
What's going on?
And we are doing Tell Us a Secret. This is a no judgment zone.
We try to keep it that way.
Can we handle that?
We can do our best.
All right. Well, 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, what's your secret?
Let me start with this, which is not a secret. I will be 4 weeks clean from basically from doing dope for 15 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
The secret is, about 10 years ago, I was hitting these places and pulling armed robberies and pulling money out of them to fund my my addiction.
Wow.
Whoa.
I never got caught.
Oh, no.
Never did no jail time. Never even suspected. I'm too slick for that. 10 years ago, I had the police radio in my ears.
All right, whoa, Jordan, that sounds like a crime. Don't want to know about that.
Yeah, bro. You gotta chill.
Thank God you're clean. You said for 10 years?
No. I was in
4 weeks.
the bad of it
for 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks. It'll be 4 weeks this Friday, actually. So I'm only 26 days, but...
Hey, man, well, keep the streak going, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good day.
All right, don't go back. And we definitely do not condone no type of criminal activities or behavior, period.
That's right. Live your life within the law.
I just hope he stays clean, but that is wild. And you know the type of trauma of having to always think about you could get caught or...
Right, just looking over your shoulder your whole life.
The trauma for people who actually were present when such things were happening.
Exactly.
That is wild, y'all. I just want to say, period, we do not at all condone or encourage no type of behavior like that.
Mm-mm.
So, well, that was Tell Us a Secret. I know we say had no judgment zone, but that one, I think...
A little judgment there.
Okay. All right. When we come back, we have your Yeetie, and let's talk about Whitney Houston's estate. Yesterday, we discussed Oprah Winfrey, saying that Whitney was high at her show and fell off the stage.
Hey.
Well, her estate is saying otherwise. We'll tell you what they said. It's way up.
She want the tea. Oh, she came with receipts. It's time to spill that Yee tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and Jordan Fisher today hanging out with you, celebrating
the special Bits and Pieces out on YouTube right now.
All right, now let's get into this Yeetie. Lin-Manuel Miranda, he did Hamilton.
Yeah.
And The Heights. Well, he has another musical on the way, and this one is Warriors.
Oh, like with the bottles on the fingers?
Yes.
Warriors.
Exactly.
Come out and play.
Are you excited for that one?
I'd be down to see that.
Listen, it's based on the Warriors. It's going to open on Broadway next year in April. So I'm just going to say this is going to be amazing. The musical started as a concept album in 2024, produced by Nas and Mike Elizondo with Miss Lauryn Hill, Nas, Busta Rhymes, Mark Anthony, Ghostface, RZA, Coleman Domingo, Cameron, and more. So
this might go hard.
This is about to be crazy.
Yeah, that's a lineup right there.
Shout out to my Wesleyan fellow alum, Lin-Manuel Miranda. We went to the same college.
Oh, nice.
All right. Now, Whitney Houston's estate is upset about Oprah saying that Whitney fell off the stage because she was high on drugs and had relapsed. And we have the original? Yes, the original of what Oprah said.
Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs, and she fell off of the stage. I knew if that story got out, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
We knew. Well, Whitney Houston's estate, which is run by Pat Houston, told TMZ that they emphatically respond to that statement. Whitney absolutely fell off the stage, but it was during a sound check, and it was due to the darkness of the area and her unfamiliarity with the stage. She was absolutely not high, and she did acknowledge her addiction struggles, but she said what the studio audience witnessed on stage was a result of discipline, talent, and commitment, not the assumptions that others project.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, it's a family member, you want to protect their name, but we all knew what was going on too.
But I also could see if it's dark and you're not familiar with some place, something like that happening.
That's true.
I could see that could potentially happen.
Fair.
All right. Now, Leslie Jones from SNL told the Sam Sanders Show that she found it frustrating that she often got typecast by the writers at SNL. Here's what she said.
That is what SNL does. They make you a character of yourself. And it was kind of frustrating that they would always make me the girl that was angry and beating up people or in love with a white boy.
Were you okay with it?
I wanted to be on the show, and at the time I didn't think that was what was happening until it kept happening.
Do you think back on the entire experience now, positively or negatively?
Bittersweet.
She said every time she got a sketch, she would be like, okay, who am I beating up this week? And then she finally told the writers to stop doing that. And she said even though she objected, they still kept on doing it. And they said this is successful.
Yeah, I see that. Because, Leslie, her getting that job was monumental because they weren't even hiring black women on the show at that time.
And you want to keep your job.
You want to keep your job. But I see a side of it where they lean into what makes you funny. But I can also see as an artist like, hey, I have more to give. So I can understand her frustration being on that show.
And
where
stop
it's like,
typecasting me as this angry black woman that wants to beat everybody up.
Right. It was funny when she'd be hitting on Colin, though. on the weekend update.
But, yeah. All right, when we come back, Under the Radar, these are the stories that are flying under the radar. Now, one of these is huge. It is a Wealth Wednesday, and I'm going to have Chief Economist at Redfin Darrow Fairweather call up to talk about this bill that was supposed to be signed this morning for more affordable housing. It's way up.
Check the news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And as you know, Jordan Fisher is here, guest hosting with me today.
That's right.
And we have Darrow Fairweather on the line for Under the Radar, author of Hate the Game, Economic Cheat Codes for Life, Love, and Work, and chief economist at Redfin. And I want to talk about this bill that Donald Trump was supposed to sign today that was going to provide a ton of more housing for people. It was bipartisan, and now it looks like it's not happening.
Yes, I've been following this bill for months, and it seemed like this morning it was finally going to happen. But I was so disappointed to see the news that President Trump isn't planning on signing it.
Okay, so break down what this bill is. They're calling this the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. What's in this bill?
The most important thing is that it cuts red tape in terms of getting housing built, so it reduces the time that it takes for builders to actually build homes. It also incentivizes local governments to build more housing by tying federal funding to how much housing they plan to build.
Mm-hmm.
There's disaster relief in there. There's better policies for manufactured and modular homes. And it also bans large investors from owning more than 350 homes.
Right, single family homes, because that was a big deal when you see all these corporations buying these homes.
And then you can't afford them because you're trying to buy them under the corporations. With Trump deciding against this, what could be the deciding factor in him, not wanting to sign this bill? It seems like it'd be great for the country.
Well, Politico is reporting that it has to do with the Save America Act, which is all about the election coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And he claims that the election is compromised, but that's a whole other thing.
That's how he got
for real.
In other words, he's trying to barter. He's saying that's an emergency, this Save America Act, which is going to make it a lot harder for people who should be voting to be able to vote and cast their ballots.
Right.
And so it feels like it's like a thing like, if you do this for me, then I'll sign it.
Yes, it really has absolutely nothing to do with housing affordability. And housing affordability is something that affects Americans all around the country, whether they're on the left or the right. So it just is really disappointing that this unrelated thing is impacting this policy that could help so many Americans.
Daryl, do you have advice for people who are looking to get into home ownership?
I think what people can do is to just express their frustration, let their political leaders know that this is a very important issue for them. You know, Trump can change his mind. He changes his mind all the time. I think he just needs to see how important it is.
And so this is something to hold your local politicians accountable for, too, when we talk about affordable housing.
Yes, that's so true. If this is really about the election for him, well, tell your political leaders that in order for them to get your vote, they need to show how important this is and pressure Trump.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Daryl. Hate the Game is out right now. Economic cheat codes for life, love, and work. She really makes understanding economics tangible for a lot of us because there's a lot of parallels with pop culture and economics in here. All right. I always appreciate you, Daryl.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. And don't forget, it's a Wealth Wednesday, so we do have Kory Kantenga joining us. He is the economist at LinkedIn, and he's going to give you some great information because as we're talking about housing, we're talking about the job market, all of those things are really just important when we do a Wealth Wednesday. So we also have the Way Up mix for you at the top of the hour.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Jordan Fisher has been hanging out with me really all week, which is really fun.
It's been a great time.
I love any reason to celebrate, too.
Hey, it's a good reason to celebrate. You got me lit off this tequila. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, we've been waiting for food for it. But anyway, let's get into this ET. So Lizzo, her latest album, people are questioning whether it was a lack of promotions, which she had said previously. But the first week of her album, BITCH, 2,650 copies.
Oh.
According to Luminate. And I think the second week was like 600 or something like that. A very steep decline from an already, really low number.
Yeah.
Now, Lizzo went on social media and said this.
Okay, I promoted my album and people on the internet clown me for it, so I don't know what to do. I promoted my album super hard and people were calling me a desperate flop, so I don't know, guys.
And it's interesting because Lizzo is a really well-known, highly paid, highly regarded artist.
Highly talented, too.
Yeah.
And, it's so crazy to see her go from a time where people were loving her. Like, anytime she pulled that flute out, they were doing backflips in the street for Lizzo. And now you're just trying to self-promote, which we all have to do as artists, and the internet's so fickle like that.
I think part of it is also with Atlantic. They got rid of everybody there, and there's a whole new team in place. And sometimes that's hard when it's a team that never worked with you from the beginning. And maybe I don't know what they're trying to do over there, but, she's just such a talented artist. So I hate to see it. I don't know if it's the fans. They said some people feel betrayed.
It might have been a little bit of that backlash from all that fat shaming stuff.
All right. Now, Keke Palmer has joined BET's inaugural board of advisors alongside Queen Latifah and LL Cool J. That's the first time they've done something like that.
Hey.
But in addition to that, baby, this is Keke. Everyone's been talking about this Jennifer Lewis interview. Jennifer Lewis is hilarious. I've interviewed her before as well.
She's phenomenal.
Where she does those high kicks, and she was talking about that with Keke Palmer too. But here's what she had to say about breaking up with somebody for a really seemingly trivial reason.
People joke about that tree story I have about one of my fiancés who looked at me. We were in the car, and I saw a beautiful tree. I said, "Oh my God, that's a beautiful tree." And he said, "You say that about every tree." The was over instantly.
Yeah.
And everybody come out, "Oh, Jennifer broke off an engagement because of a tree." You know that had to build.
Yeah, it had to.
That had to be little things
and
that
it's representative.
Eating at your joy and
Eating at Jennifer Lewis don't hold nothing back, dude.
She is amazing, and she has no reason to.
At
I do
all.
want to say that. Sometimes there are little small things that push you over the edge in a relationship.
It'll build up, and eventually, just that one little thing, you'd be like, "That's enough."
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of so many but yeah.
You have one?
I mean, a few. One of them wasn't unnecessary. I mean, she was engaged, so that's different.
That's real bad.
I have times when I've been like on some dates and they've done something that turned me off. When I with one guy didn't leave a tip.
Yeah, you got the ick.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, that's weird. Like you're not appreciating the person who's been working with us all night long.
I mean, did you get an appetizer, entree, and a dessert?
No, because I don't be eating. What about you?
If you sometimes like sense of humor, that'll tick me off. I've had a relationship where I show somebody like a comedy and they're like, I don't know about this. This feels inappropriate. I'm like, we done.
Oh yeah, because they're not gonna like you
You
at all.
ain't gonna like me because I'm gonna get these jokes off. Inappropriate.
Oh my goodness! One time I stopped talking to a guy because his shorts were so small when he came to the door.
He had the booty shorts on.
They were like running track shorts, but and then it was just the whole thing was weird.
You needed him to wear some John Cena's.
I need put on some board shorts.
Some DMX's.
All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. Maybe you need to know how to break up with somebody and you don't know how to make it happen. 800-292-5150. Clearly, we can help you out.
We got y'all.
It's way up.
Here I go. Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
Brought to you by Top Dog Law.
What's up? It's Way Up at Angela Yee, and of course, I'm here with Jordan Fisher
What's
giving advice.
going on?
And we have somebody on the line who is anonymous, and he is trying to figure out how he can have his children more while his kid's mother is in school getting her degree.
About like 10 years ago, me and my ex was together. We had 2 twins together.
Mm-hmm.
I was cheating and everything, so we broke up.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good at first, but her grandmother kind of helped us get it on the right track so that we co-parenting good.
Okay, that's
the
positive.
problem now is she's in school. I kind of feel like she had too much on her plate. Like, I kind of want to try to find a way how to communicate with her and talk to her about me just temporarily having the kids until she finished schools. Every time I try to have the conversation with her, I backed up only because I know how she is. Like, when we was going through it, she actually didn't let me see the kids. Her grandma was the one that kind of like confronted her. Her grandma died now, so it's like that leeway that I did have with her in the past, I don't have it anymore.
It's all in the approach, right? Mm-hmm. I think that you should tell her, congratulations. I love that you're going to school. And this is something that I want to make sure that I'm supporting you in any way possible. And I was just trying to think of ways that I could be more of assistance to you. You're a great mom. And if, during this period of time, I need to step up more, I would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to tee it up, bro. You got to butter up a little bit. And then you go in with like what it is that you're actually trying to do, which in the long run is you're trying to be a good partner and a good dad. And part of being a good co-parent like you're trying to do is having those hard conversations. Mm-hmm. So not shying away from it, that's you being a good father and also a good partner. So, definitely like bring that up to her and then let her know, just like Angela was saying, that this is for her as well.
Yeah, this is to help you. But I also think, don't say, I will take custody because that just sounds like you ain't going to see your kids.
Right.
I think it should just be like, look, I want to be able to step up more. And I love spending time with my kids already anyway. So I want to give you the peace of mind to be able to study, get the grades you need to get, learn what you need to learn without having to worry about that. And so if I just want to be more present just during this period of time. And, in general, I want to.
Yeah, because the last thing you want is the kids to suffer as a side effect of what might be going on within the relationship.
Exactly.
All right. So I just think it's going to be all in the approach.
All right.
You can do it, though. And I love that you want to do it.
Got you. All right. I'll try. Hopefully it comes out.
I hope so too. Let me know what happens.
It might be a scary conversation for you, man. But I tell you, once you get over this hump, it'll be smooth sailing, and you'll thank yourself for doing it.
Got you. All right, I got you. Thank you so much.
All right, good luck. We appreciate you. Well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. Look at us helping with custody and visitation.
Hey, it's not all jokes. It's sometimes real life advice.
Sometimes we do. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Ask Yee is brought to you by Top Dog Law. Call them for any accident, big or small. Go to topdoglaw.com. And when we come back, we have a guest joining us for Wealth Wednesday, Kory Kantenga. He is the head of economics for LinkedIn, and he's going to give us a lot of information about AI, reshaping the labor market. What can you do right now if you're looking for work, if you've graduated from school, all of those things, what skills you need. He's got all the answers, guys. It's way up.
Had a dream of living wealthy,
and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and this is exciting because we have Kory Kantenga here. He is the head of economics Americas at LinkedIn. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
LinkedIn is such a valuable tool for me, so I'm excited to have you here because you're an expert on letting us know exactly what's going on. We see a lot of numbers, a lot of statistics in the news, and some of it can feel really alarming to us, right? So I'm glad to have you here to sit down and kind of break things down as far as what's going on with employment, also with AI, with unemployment here in the United States.
It's meant to be alarming because that's what generates the clicks. But the reality is that really shouldn't be, because AI can either be something that happens to you or it can be something that happens for you. And at the moment, we want to be in that latter position. We want it to be something that happens for us, to provide those opportunities, to move up the ladder, to move into different roles.
How do we prepare for that?
We have to start somewhere. So the question is, how do you strategize and navigate? So there's a couple things you can do. First, do your homework. Where can you find those opportunities? Second, what are employers looking for? They are increasingly looking for people who are AI literate because they themselves don't fully know what they want to do with AI.
They need somebody to come in and teach us this.
Which is good news for us because that means we have a chance to get on top of this. We don't have to fall behind. And that is not just, I can use AI, I can use ChatGPT. No. You know what you need to put into it, and you can read what's coming out of it. You've got to be that human judgment, bringing together that effectiveness of using the machine with your human expertise and developing expertise if you don't have it today. Knowing where do you have an advantage in terms of the expertise that you have? What is the value that you can bring to the table? And then having that as a skill set. And then being able to communicate that.
Right now, I'm talking to Kory Kantenga on this Wealth Wednesday, the head of economics for LinkedIn. Other than healthcare, what other areas do you see growth in?
There's tons of growth in AI, of course. There's increasingly opportunities around what's called data annotators. So these are people who are domain experts. So you say, well, I work as a paralegal. I know various legal terms. I know how to find cases. I know how to evaluate whether the things that were coming out are legit or not. And so what you're doing is helping train AI in those kinds of circumstances. And we've seen about 300,000 of those jobs added over the last few years. So there's a lot of opportunities there, and that's kind of helping train them all. And you think, well, once I train them all, they're going to fire me. But that's not the case because, it turns out these models degrade very rapidly over time
and it's
if they do
evolving.
not keep getting new content and new information.
Now, what do you say to a person who is at a place where layoffs are happening and sometimes companies want you to feel lucky to have a job, but you also feel like it's time to negotiate and make more money because you deserve it, but at the same time you see these cutbacks?
You always have to bet on yourself. If you are bringing value and you can demonstrate that clearly and you can make a case, you make your case. At the same time, you also have to understand what the market looks like. If you go into negotiation and say, well, if I don't get this thing, I'm going to quit, you're offering an ultimatum. You've already started out on a very aggressive footing. And if you don't have an outside option to move out, then you might find yourself not in a strong negotiating position.
Right.
So you don't start the negotiation with an ultimatum.
Right. Never do that. That doesn't work in relationships or in the workplace.
Definitely not. And the workplace is a relationship.
Yeah.
It's a professional relationship.
Everyone's on LinkedIn, right? I'm on there. How does a person stand out when there's so many people right now and it doesn't feel like there's that many opportunities available?
Don't engage on LinkedIn just that day you got laid off and do that one post. We have about 2 million layoffs every month in this country. This can happen to anybody.
Ooh, that many. Okay.
So you always have to stay ready, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So that's the key. If you're going to use a professional profile in order to help advance your career and support yourself, you got to keep up with it. You got to list the skills that you have. Don't let it be outdated. That's key. Making sure that when you have an accomplishment, it's clear on your profile what your accomplishment is. Don't just log on to only talk about accomplishments, but that is critical as well, being able to have receipts for what you have done. And then engage with those companies you're interested in. Right. Engage with those people that you see and you say, this is what I'm trying to do. And connect with them. Offer your services for opportunities that may come up. So you got to use that profile to keep your career moving, to keep momentum. A lot of people today, they feel stuck. But just because you are not employed today does not mean that your career cannot move.
Right now, I'm talking to Kory Kantenga on this Wealth Wednesday, the head of economics for LinkedIn. Kory, how is LinkedIn using AI to help people find jobs?
So we do this thing called AI-powered job search, meaning that instead of looking for a particular job title or a particular role, you just type into the search bar what you're looking for. And then we match you up with different jobs, and they may be jobs that you hadn't thought of.
Right.
So it's not just, oh yeah, I really want this project manager lead 2 job. It's like, I want to do something that has project management, that's got media, that's got AI, but I also really want it to be very human focused. You plug all those words in, and then that will help surface new opportunities to you. So that's something that we're doing.
Maybe something you didn't even think
of
was an opportunity, and you're like, that actually incorporates the things I'm interested in.
That's the key, and that's why it's so important to list the skills you have, because you may not know what your skills apply to, and that's something we're trying to do, is take those skills that you've listed, figure out where they overlap with other opportunities, and then surface those opportunities that may not even be in the same industry. Like, you're working in healthcare, but you've got a great skill profile to go and work in biomanufacturing.
Well, I just want to make sure that we leave people, though, with some hope.
So I'm going to give you, just say what's the advice and then what's the hope.
Okay.
The advice side, be flexible. Sometimes you have an idea of what you want to do, and you may not be able to get there right now. So maybe there's a stepping stone, because the steps you take, they really don't have to be big, but they need to take you in the right direction.
Right.
So focus on that. And then in terms of the hope side, right now we're in a moment where employers have a lot of leverage. That will not last forever, because we have basically slowed labor force growth to almost nothing. We are not adding people to the labor force. There are about, by some estimates, 8 people retiring every minute. So the labor force over time is going to start to shrink. And some of that leverage is going to come back to workers. So setting yourself up for success today is really important. Maybe that's the 5-year, 10-year plan. Just keep setting yourself up, keep building. And don't let yourself be confined by how people have told you you have to build a career and how you have to build a living for yourself.
Thank you so much to Kory Kantenga for joining us. Make sure y'all follow him. You can follow him on LinkedIn if you have your account as well. But make sure you also check out that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, it's your show. So you have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And Jordan Fisher, you've been with me these past 3 days.
It's been a great 3 days.
Yes, it has. And make sure y'all go stream that Bits and Pieces on YouTube.
Please watch the special on YouTube. Watch it, like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think.
Yes, we getting this sold.
That's right.
Because you self-funded this, and I think that's a good...
Yeah, I put my own money into it, my own jokes into it, and my own heart into it. So please watch it. It's a great special. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So go ahead and enjoy that.
All right. Well, also thank you to Kory Kantenga for joining us today. He's the head of economy for LinkedIn. So you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel. Very interesting. And I just want to make sure that we are meeting people where... in things that they need today. You know, a lot of people are scared about this economy, this job market. So we're just trying to give you the information that's valuable and solutions. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who called in today. And as you know, it's your show. So you have the last word.
I was with this girl for like 3 years. We were staying together. She was staying with her old bird and whatnot. And I ended up my cousin while mama was there. Yeah, she did a Uber Eats little run. I ain't never told nobody that.
Hey, Angela Yee. This OG Mel from Pontiac, Michigan. I just want to take this time to shine the light on my beautiful wife. She just recently graduated with her RN, and she's going to be a nurse. That is such a beautiful thing. Brandy Lansam, do your thing, baby. I love you.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee.